Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. Now, I hope you guys are all enjoying your day. It's Friday. Enjoy your weekend by staying inside. No, but I hope you're all having a wonderful day. And if you guys are enjoying the Daily Crypto News, please support the channel and help with the YouTube algorithm by pressing the like button and subscribing. It really helps the channel out a lot. Also, make sure you check out my second channel called Dusty Finance, as I put videos on here every so often and they have no advertisements on them whatsoever, completely free, completely cool to watch, and I really think I have some quality info in these things. So make sure you check them out and let's get into today's video. First of all, Robert Art on Twitter. And this is actually something I really must ask you guys as well, which is the reason I'm covering it in this video in the first place. He asks on Twitter, how much dollars are you looking to make off of XRP? $100,000 or $1 million or $10 million, etc. And I'm really wondering from a lot of you guys as well, what's your realistic goal for XRP? And that is also the question of today. How much money do you think you will be banking up from XRP? How much money do you think it will make you? Or at least, what is your goal to achieve with investing in XRP in terms of wealth, right? Because I would never state that any of your goals are impossible, but I would like to remind people to stay more realistic, right? And maybe also take a look at my retirement plan that I've told you guys about before, where you're always kind of looking at the price you predict with the amount of XRP you have and making conclusions on that basis instead of just thinking, you know what, XRP is going to make me $50 million. I don't know how, but it's going to happen. You know, I really don't want you guys to be in that spiral because most of the time it's going to be a letdown. So please just go look through one of my retirement videos, go through the steps a little bit, check out the whole plan. And I think it can help people a ton because you'll have a realistic goal, you'll have more of a focus, and it might also help you work towards having more or better investments and making better choices. Right. Lord Leonel has said on Twitter, don't buy XRP, everyone knows. Bitcoin is the one. Just stay away from XRP. You don't want this coin. And then has a little bit of a picture attached from SBI FX Trade, which reads, SBI VC Trade is preparing various measures to expand its business, anticipating revisions in the Payment Services Act, etc., that are scheduled for the enactment in May 2020. And I mean, there's a couple of things prior. You can briefly read them. Or we can. Registered for cryptocurrency exchange and trading business, September 2017. July 2018, accepting general account applications. December to January 2019, acceptance of cryptocurrency deposits and withdrawals. July 2019, exchange service. End of September 2019, Morningstar Japan presenting XRP as a shareholder benefit. End of March 2020, SBI Holdings representing XRP as a shareholder benefit. This was, by the way, pretty damn cool. I think it's happened before already, right? At like the previous quarters, but maybe now we heard about it again. And then 1st of May, Financial Instruments and Exchange Act and Payment Services Act revised, which is going to be pretty damn strong. We talked about it in, I believe, last video or the video before that. And then in June 2020, so next month, the smartphone app. Pretty damn juicy to see, and I'm pretty happy with all of that, giving it a little bit of a like. All right, so that's a shout out to Leonel 46294550. This was Rob Art on Twitter, and here is Gold XRP, also known as @BashyCrypto. He asked a question. He asked serious question: why are so many people against XLM? Why can't both XRP and XLM coexist? Thoughts? And my personal stance on this is there's no good reason. By the way, I'm giving him a follow because it's a good question. There's no real reason why XRP and XLM can't coexist in the space. And there's no real reason why one would really have to be against XLM. I would personally state there's different goals for both these cryptos, and I actually believe it's comparing apples to oranges. I don't believe they're after the same goals, and I don't believe they're on the same pace either. Now you might be stating to have, both gotten a partnership with SBI and they're both payment coins. Those things might be true. However, one of the things that you should also consider is the team behind it, for example. And even though Judd McCallop is, a co-creator of both these coins, he left XRP for a certain reason, right? He left Ripple. There's a lot of reasons to not discuss today for why Ripple is completely different from the Stellar Development Foundation, like the upper party of XLM, and Ripple, I guess the upper party of XRP. Didn't create it, but they do have a lot, and they are, kind of what we consider as the development foundation of XRP because they do most of the development for the ecosystem. They're completely different in operating as well. And I think one of the biggest things right there is just that XLM, I always have believed, has a different way of dealing with their problems than XRP has. And one of the things right there is, for example, the airdrops. And I've been reading more into XLM because of, I forgot the name. Next video or maybe in the description giving you a shout out, or maybe on Twitter because I forgot your name. But one of the guys has really been pushing me to look more into XLM. Martin, by the way, has also pushed me a couple of times to, reconsider XLM because he has it in his top 5 holdings, which made me think about it. But I don't remember exactly who it was. He told me, check out XLM. You might change your mind. I did. I've been looking at XLM for a couple of hours already, and I have like 5 or 6 hours of videos just ahead of me to really look into a couple of their changes and a couple of other things. And one of the conclusions I can draw is that I'm more drawn towards XLM than I was before, because basically what turned me down was the big airdrop cut, where they cut more of the amount of money that was going to be given to the people than of the foundation, which I just found a very, very selfish move, and I didn't enjoy it all. But now I'm getting more into it, and again, a big conclusion on that is going to be coming in like a week or so when I have my full story ready. But yeah, I think it's comparing apples to oranges, and I think it's just a game here of they both being in the payment space. They're both being kind of, on the plain Jane side doing the same thing. And, you either pick this side or that side, which is, I think, why most people are against it. And also because XRP guys are very often just XRP guys, and they don't like other coins. All right. Dutch XRP or Dutch_XRP said on Twitter, the volume from this year is even way more than when it was at all-time high back in the end of 2017 and early 2018. And that's actually really true, by the way, guys. The volume this year around has actually been insane. And I think a part of that is really the growing adoption that we're seeing. And also, like Xavi Cryptober says right here, it means like some is really about to be exploding really quite soon. I mean, it's looking pretty juicy. And I'm sitting quite close to my screen here waiting for one of the big moves to occur, but it really could happen, and I'm prepared for it if it does. MoneyGram Q1 report, digital partners up 59% in April of 2020. Pretty damn good, pretty damn juicy. That's pretty nice. Bitcoin bears may be about to strike. This is fun because it's really in contrast to what we talked about earlier. And generally what I believe is that short term here, we're looking pretty damn bullish. Longer term, we could be following the mainstream trend over the monthly periods and actually go downwards and continue our momentum. Right now it's looking pretty juicy though, and I think over a shorter term we'll also not be going down. But it's fun how these guys like to always push the bears upon you, and especially Jeffy Kahn here. He's known for having these very, very outcasting, I don't know what to say right there, crazy titles, really clickbaiting you in, and then not making you any smarter at all, because most of the time it's always still a guess. Is Bitcoin priced in at $9,500 before halving, or is there more to come? Most likely more to come either direction, but we don't know just quite yet. Futures at a crazy high, volume at a crazy high. We're kind of looking at some big moves here, but still it's not confirmed, but I'm waiting. And by the way, this move does not necessarily have to be upwards, so please be cautious, and this is all not financial advice. FX Street says, Bitcoin to USD, Bitcoin's rally won't happen overnight after halving. Possible, once more. It might be that after the halving, we might have a little bit of a trending or a range period where price is just going to be doing nothing again. Very much possible. So I would also have that in the back of your head. Bitcoin price is too low to react to Elon Musk's jaw-dropping tweet. Tesla's CEO, Elon Musk, tanks his company's stock by claiming that it's too high while invigorating another debate around the price of Bitcoin. Elon Musk said, Tesla's stock price is too high, in my opinion. Bitcoin said, Bitcoin price is too low, in my opinion. CZ asked on Twitter, is Bitcoin price too low, in your opinion? Let's say, for example, to see the vote, I guess. You can't see the vote if you don't vote, can you? We'll just say yes. That's what 61.1% of the people are saying. I don't actually believe he said anything more about Bitcoin for the rest. At least I've not seen it. Maybe here we're seeing more. All right, that's from a week ago. Elon Musk is not overly enthusiastic about Bitcoin, but he believes that it could replace obsolete cash, which I think is pretty logical to see as well. Is there any quote that I missed? Let's actually briefly check. No, I don't see any quote. Only this part here. During his podcast interview with ARK Invest, Musk called Bitcoin quite brilliant, while claiming that crypto would be a far better option for transferring value than paper money. However, he took issue with his energy consumption, which is not crazy coming from an energy, or like tech energy giant. All right, and last but not least, Bitcoin versus gold. Which one is better to earn money with? Well, again, that's going to be completely based upon or biased towards what's going to be happening during the halving, and that's what we should be anticipating for. Right now, I would say gold is a pretty solid option as we're in times of fear, and that's when gold does the best. However, it could also be that gold stays kind of the same for a little while here, as there's not as much uncertainty as people would have liked with stocks, and stocks are doing pretty damn good. It's mostly just oil that's not really having a blast of a time. And since stocks are doing quite nicely, it's not a 100% a guarantee either that gold is going to be living it up. But all of that stuff I actually talked about in my video over on Dusty Finance channel. Make sure you check it out. See you guys again in another crypto video. Take care, everybody, and have a very, very nice